Last piece, and this is relatively quick and simple, is to make sure that your on-page optimization tells Google that the name, address, and phone number that you have on your website is the same info as that on Google Maps. That's the simplest thing that you can do. You want to make sure that you have a footer on your website that has your company name, address, and phone number listed the same exact way as it is on Google Maps. And so you also want to have a hyperlink back to that Google Maps listing on your website. This process works really well because you're essentially making it really easy for Google to make correlations about your company and your online presence. Google basically wants to make sure that all your info is correct, and so they send the spider bots to your website, and they're basically trying to verify all your information. So what you want to have on every page of your website is your matching name, address, and phone number, and then link back to your map listing. So it's a complete circle, and when you do that, you're going to create a significantly greater probability of ranking on the maps in your service area. So at this point, we have kind of brought this whole conversation full circle. We first talked about how to claim and optimize your Google My Business listing. As I mentioned, there are some very specific things that you can do to optimize the listing, and also to make sure you are not breaking any rules and that you're putting your best foot forward and doing all the things that Google likes to see with your business listings online. You want to make sure that you have a consistent name, address, and phone number with lots of citations and consistency of how your contact information is referenced across the internet. And I gave you some specific tools to automate this process, tools to kind of scale and make sure that you've got this right all across the internet. We also talked about reviews and how reviews really help give Google the confidence that you are the authority in your industry and in the markets that you serve. Basically, Google is seeing that you have tons of citations all over the internet and you have tons of great feedback from your real customers in your real service area. I also talked about some great automation tools for making that process as simple as possible. And we also just talked about how to optimize the on-page factor for your website, which is that name, address, and phone number consistency that we talked about. Obviously, there are many other things that you can do from an SEO perspective in order to optimize your website further, but that will be a topic of another training session in the future. So all in all, you now have the formula, and now you can either choose to execute it on your own, or you can choose to let us do this for you. With our team, we also have some other nifty tricks using GMB post and linking them together. And just like the maps links that we just talked about, pointing back and forth from your GMB listing to your website, you can do the same things by linking your various GMB posts together with your website, with your Google Maps listing. There's so many things to do, and it really boils down to trying to do as many as you can and to definitely be doing more of those things than your competitors are.